Inside Look TV fans, Coach Murphy here saying refuse to lose and never ever quit. Come on!
Shout out to Inside Look TV. Thanks for having me on the show.
How did you start in the industry of tennis?
Well, I was raised on a Christmas tree farm in northern Michigan. What a song. And good song. I got started in the game of tennis because our dad thought that he learned to play tennis after he was a professional football player, and he thought that playing tennis would be great for our footwork for football. So we cut down some trees in our backyard and we built a tennis court, all the kids and dad, and we really built it by hand. And there's a court in our backyard, and we learned to play back there, and we learned to play on the wall, and it's in northern Michigan. And we shoveled the snow off the court to hit tennis balls, and we played in gyms in the winter because we didn't have indoor facilities. And then when I got to play in an indoor tennis club and in better places, and I started playing tournaments when I was about 7, we did well right away, and someone said, hey, there are tournaments in bigger cities like Muskegon, Michigan, or Grand Rapids, Michigan, or Detroit, Michigan. And the more we won, the bigger cities we started visiting to play tennis. And then the next thing you know, we're playing in Chicago and Houston and Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And by 13, I'm traveling all over the world to play this little game of tennis. It happens really fast. And, you know, your viewers don't know this, but the rest is history. I just kept playing, and it took me to the University of Southern California, where I got to play in one of the best tennis schools in the world, where Stan Smith once played, and there's a lot of tradition. And after a couple of years, I realized that all my peers from junior tennis, like Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras, who didn't go to college, had turned pro and were being really successful. And I thought to myself, if I don't get out of this college thing, I'm going to be losing a lot of money. I'm pretty good. I'm better than I thought. So I turned pro, and a couple of years later, we win the French Open with my brother Lou. So, you know, the game of tennis is a real gift to me personally. It's given me a life beyond my wildest dreams. And now I get the opportunity to serve young players and to help them any way I can through my experience as a player myself.
And we see that in a lot of the guys on the Castles, and before that, Love You Too. So this is 10 years of the Castles. You've been with them for such a long time. What can we expect coming up later on with Coach Murphy, with the team? We've got, this year they got, you know, big players coming to the Castles.
You know, the mission statement this year is that we've got a great history and a great tradition here, and that our job for the next 10 years is to create something new. You know, we can't stay clean on yesterday's shower is something that I always say. And we got new faces. We got Bruno Suarez. We've got Sam Querrey coming back, and Martina Hingis. We got Vasek Pospisil today. There's so many new players and names, and the drill is to recreate. I don't think we'll ever do what we did before, but we could do something even better. I'm always looking at how can I get better every single day. And wins and losses don't define our success as a team. You know, we may have lost this match, but we're the best team. You know, it's the best franchise in the league, and as long as we keep that attitude and actually preserve what got us here, which is, you know, values and principles that we play for DC, we play for our fans, and we play for each other.
I want to know what's coming up for the Castles. We heard a lot of great stuff from Coach Murphy.
Yeah.
You know, the technology has changed, everything has changed. What's coming up?
Well, just going to keep building on this. The fan base keeps growing. Every year we try to do something even more special and innovative. We have a lot of great ideas coming up, and stay tuned. It's going to be it's been an amazing 10 years, and the next 10 years will be even better.
So you've been an inspiration to so many. You built a company, Castle Systems.
Yeah.
It started from nothing, and then now we have the Washington Castles.
Yeah.
You're such an inspiration. How did you get inspired to even start the business that you started into?
Well, I love building things and finding things that people need and filling a need. And so Castle Systems, I actually bought from the founder, and we've grown it. And then this, I just thought we could use tennis to bring our community together, to do something that would bring people together, have fun, give back to charities, and it's exceeded my wildest expectations.
And what's coming up next for you? Not the
For me, I got to take a little rest because this is pretty exhausting, and then, yeah, I've got my little boy, so hopefully spend some time with him. But we're like, we're starting a new company next week, so we never stop. We keep going. Like a shark, you stop moving, you die.
How did you start playing tennis, and who inspired you?
My family, my dad, my brothers. I had two older brothers that are 7 and 8 years older than me, and they were both tennis players. And my dad started coaching me from a very young age. So I looked up to my brothers, and I wanted to be just like them. So I started playing tennis and fell in love with it, and I've been playing ever since. 22 years now.
So we know that, as a tennis player, and of course, today we saw you play, you have to use your mind, you have to use your body, you have to use your muscles, you have to use every part of yourself. What do you do to inspire yourself to get out here, and what music do you listen to get inspired?
Music. Well, I love competing. I love tennis, so it's very easy for me to get out on the court and train hard and come out here and compete in front of a crowd like this. I mean, who wouldn't love doing that, playing in front of people? So for me, that's pretty much all the motivation I need. And then in terms of music, I like all rock, alternative, indie. So I don't listen to any particularly fast music before mashing it pumped up, just whatever I'm listening to at the time. So it might even be a very slow song, I don't know, whatever it is, but that's my genre that I listen to.
If you had to play doubles with a celebrity, let's say any celebrity, who would you choose and why?
Jeez, that's a tough question. I guess with any celebrity, maybe Rachel McAdams. Yeah, she's Canadian, and I was a fan of hers. Yeah.
And one more question for you. What's coming up for you next? Where are you headed?
I'm playing the City Open here in Washington, D.C. That's just in a couple of days, so that's my next stop, and I'm looking forward to that.